Hey everyone, as one of my goals this year is once again to keep my TBR current and read all the books that I owned before 2019, I thought we could look at the books that I took from 2018 to 2019 and also all the books that I bought in London last week. So these are all the physical books that I had owned before 2019. I also still own 3 ebooks that I bought before 2019 by Terry Scott. They're in a series where I'm not really keen on continuing. I don't know why. This first book was good, but I keep procrastinating reading them. I also bought 1 new ebook this year. I forgot what it's about, but it was on someone's favorites lists. Cheap ebooks, dangerous, I tell you. I also have 4 audiobooks that I acquired last year. I still have Ulysses, which you know I'm not going to touch until I start reading Ulysses, but I also have the Anna Karenina fix, which is connected to my Russian lit project, so I will not be able to finish that before I read all the Russian literature in preparation for it. But I also acquired the first 2 parts of War and Peace in German. It's a 4-part series. Each audiobook is 15 hours long, so that might take a while. And I also got the Female Persuasion on a 2-for-1 sale, so couldn't resist. Those are the audiobooks I have. So far it doesn't look so bad, but like I said, I was in London last week and I did some book shopping, mostly secondhand or offers, and mostly nothing super new. I only have 1 cover by Mr. Toppet by Charles Elton that I'm currently reading already, and I really enjoy it. It's a story of family and the death of the father and how it affected their life. It's quite good. The next category is more reserved for books that have been on my radar but I've never picked up before, like Mr. Penumbra's 24-hour bookstore. It's been super popular on BookTube years ago, and I've been meaning to read it ever since then, but I never did. Or Bonjour Tristesse, I've just never picked that up, but it's one of those books you're like, I should read it one day. Or Something Wicked This Way Comes by Ray Bradbury. I really like Ray Bradbury's writing every now and again, but I hardly ever pick him up, so that was a good chance. It was on offer. Yeah, A Movable Feast. It's one of those things that you think you should read at one point in your life. Like 2001 Space Odyssey. One of those things that you should have read. Of course, you shouldn't have really read these books. It's just one of those things where I'm like, I feel like a more informed reader if I had read them. Like The Collector by John Fowles. I don't even know what this is about. I think I heard it once, but I just saw it very cheap in a secondhand store and I was like, this is going on my TBR. That's how I make book choices. The next category of books I bought are seconds in series, like Foundation and Empire. And I didn't buy the edition that I have, which annoys me because that was my goal. The Black Lamp Captain is the second book in the Ketty J adventures, and I don't know why I didn't get it earlier, but now I have a signed copy. The next book I'm really happy about. The Osiris Ritual is the second book in the Newbery and Hobbs series, and I bought the 3rd book first in this cover editions, then I read the first one and I could never get this one. So, yay me! The next set of books falls under the category of authors I want to read more of. As usual, I really don't know what these books are about. I don't really know how I do that all the time. I feel like I'm buying books that I want to read, but I don't really know what they're about. So that's why I don't normally do hauls. I can never say anything interesting about the books. But I bought this beautiful book by Scarlett Thomas. This will also help me dive more into Ali Smith's writing. This is a book I've been meaning to read for ages. And not only because I fall under Generation X, but I really like Douglas Coupland's writing. Ever since I read Down the Rabbit Hole, I wanted to read Quesadillas, so glad I found this. I really don't know why people like hauls. I feel like I've just filmed a few minutes of me holding up books I know nothing about. But my current state of the TBR is 30 books in total. So if I read 3 books at least of that TBR every month, I should be done by August. Is that true? No. I can't even calculate. Ignore anything I say. Let's talk in comments and tell me if you have read any of the books, if you like them, anything. I don't know. It's a weird day. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.